mission of Mile High Scenesters is to provide a community-based platform for youth music programs by fostering an environment of creativity and mentorship.
We have a group in town that really is so supportive. They do instrument drives, they raise money for instruments, they provide opportunities for students to perform. They are called the Mile High Scenesters.
We started our own official nonprofit, and it's basically entirely focused on youth development.
I never came from a musical background or anything like that, but I remember I tried piano lessons, and then I went on to oboe lessons, and then I finally found the guitar, and it fit with me so well. And I've just learned to love it, and it's something I do every day.
We are the Mile High Scenesters. We're a non-profit organization with our partner organization Optimist Youth. We support youth musicians and school music programs.
I actually started music about 7 years ago in orchestra, and ever since then I've been interested in the guitar, and started about 5 years ago. And it's always been basically, like Kate said, my outlet. And there's really nothing else I can take my energy out on.
I'm a teacher, and so I've seen a lot of how music has benefited my students, especially the kids who struggle in school.
Right.
That's huge, and they need to have those opportunities. It's a way for us to get our youth to, kind of a mentoring sort of position where we can keep them interested and involved and bring the next generation into our fold, so to speak.
And we've been doing a quarterly event series that's family-friendly, all-age events at Herman's Hideaway. Getting kids up on a big stage, letting them see what that's like. We also have a singer-songwriter series for elementary school students and an ongoing musical instrument drive. We recently donated quite a few instruments to DPS. We also raised over $3,000 at our last event in December, and those funds have been designated for Denver Public School music programs.
There was no program like this available. I mean, if I had the opportunity to play on the stage at Herman's Hideaway when I was 12 years old, 13 years old, my life path would have been completely different. Imagine having those 11 years of growth underneath your feet, but also with positive adult role models that guide you through the process.
Check us out at milehighscenesters.org or contact us at milehighscenesters@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
And that was our promo video. I love that thing. We should probably throw some love out to Paul Soricati for making that promo video for us. On World Viral TV, we have a show dedicated to the Mile High Scenesters, and now we have a board meeting that we scheduled. It's 5:24 p.m. There's not a lot of people creeping our site at the moment, so I figured it'd be safe to conduct a board meeting here. So I got Will Kilduff over here.
We record everything, we got them.
That's cool. I like
And then Liz and Kristen. What's happening?
Hello, hello.
Can we hear you guys okay? Can you guys hear yourselves okay?
I can hear myself.
There we go.
Yeah, it's super.
I can hear
my
myself
ears
too.
work real well.
All right. So on the right off the top, since we had to postpone our June show, we do a quarterly event series. I was proposed a motion to Liz last week, and it seemed like it was accepted to do something later in the summer, like July or August. I put the word out to Tish, Mary Louise's assistant, and waiting to hear back from that. But I figured if we were personal about it, mention, because I went and judged at their event at the Bluebird, and it was really cool. Mary Louise is dynamic on stage, and Tish is super cool, and they were doing some cool stuff, and I figured it was a good time to hit them up to see if they wanted to collaborate and pull something off in July and August. So
They were interested?
yeah, she seemed interested. They're double checking on the on their schedule and stuff like that. But
That's
I figured it'd be
great.
cool to throw out another personal expressed interest in working with them as a board, So
Did she recognize when you told her who you were? I mean, because we have reached out to her before.
yeah, we've been courting them for a while,
Yeah, so cool.
all of our goals are in alignment. I mean, they do more arts, like visual arts and stuff like that, but their mission is pretty close to ours. It's definitely something that we are both working towards. So I figured it'd be a good time. We want to work with you, Mary
Yes.
Louise.
Right,
Yes,
we
we
do.
do. We
That would
do.
be fantastic.
Herman's Hideaway, I mean, we have a good formula. We've been in business for 50 years. So, and I've been trained by the owners of Herman's Hideaway, and we've taken this knowledge into the show booking with the Youth Music Showcase, and it's been very successful. All of our turnouts are great, and I know if we teamed up with with Mary Louise that we could pull something off that's killer.
Yeah.
Well, and we've always talked about combining that with, how many times have we been to Herman's where there's a visual art show and a concert?
True.
And if we're gonna
very true.
stay true to our message, music is kind of the driver, but I think every single one of us. I mean, Chris was just talking about her work as an upholsterer. That's artistic.
It's right. Lots
Liz is
of
one
artists.
of the most talented photographers that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Well, that's going
Chris
a
and
little
myself,
far.
both, you give us a pencil or you give us a paintbrush and we're gonna put it to work. So.
Right.
Or a camera.
Yeah,
in this
or a
case,
camera.
I guess this is visual arts too. We got the station down here, World Viral TV, Mile High Scenesters, like I said, is a show that we archive on the network on the address worldviral.tv. So another great reason to work with us. Winners stick together. We accomplish great things. So the last event, we had John Epps from DPS come out. Hazel Miller was a judge. I know Hazel and Mary Louise are friends too. So just praying that we could do some cool stuff, man. Or continue doing cool stuff, because we are doing
Right.
cool stuff.
It's in the works, it sounds like.
Exactly.
It's great.
So just throwing that out there. And then I have an agenda to look through.
Don't we all?
Kale's on the line. Should we take
My
this?
husband's band wrote a
Kale.
song about that.
Just tell
Oh, I
him to
just
keep it
missed him.
PG. This is the charity show.
I feel like if I patch him through, that it might be there might be explicit language or something like that. So maybe
Because it is Kale.
Yeah, he'll be back. Let me pull up our agenda real quick.
Maybe he was watching.
Should I grab a computer so we can see it too, or are you gonna?
Yeah, I mean, are you guys comfortable doing this like on the record like this?
Yeah. Let me
Okay.
grab my computer though, and then we can
I figured we're
kind of look
pretty
at it.
transparent, like we're not, how we operate and everything is it's interesting, the personalities behind this thing are what make it work, so this is kind of a new thing, conducting a board meeting on the interweb.
Just testing things out. It's not going to be any different,
No.
Yeah, so I'm
It
just
might be a little
We've
different.
got a really, really short, brief meeting today, I think, where we have to
yeah.
kind of already touched on the first point of the agenda, which is our June event is being postponed, and we are working on creating another one. And I think we probably only have a couple more things to talk about.
Yeah, financially, the we had a financial report in the minutes from last week.
It hasn't changed.
Nothing's changed. Okay,
No.
so that's
Unless,
good.
I mean, I haven't checked the PayPal account, but usually, and I haven't looked at the email. But if we ever get anything, it sends to the email. So, and has anyone checked the mailbox?
Not this week. Last week I did, so nothing there.
Yeah.
We do need to get a report done.
Yeah, we should.
I'm
talk
done with
about
school.
that. I mean, yeah,
Like,
but you get your digestion weekend. I mean, I sent you the example. We followed the example one.
When
that-
did you send it to me?
Oh gosh, it was a couple months ago. It was like before our last board meeting. I just sent it out of the blue. You had asked me for the
Right.
extension information, and I
Right.
sent you the postcard information.
Uh-huh.
And attached to that email, I still have it saved, was an
Maybe I
example
did-
of a report that would be really effective for us to just implement now that we are in our second year of 501c3 approval. And
We're
let's
in
get
our
that out.
second year?
Yeah.
I thought we were in our first
2015 is
year.
our second year.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
when was our official, it was April of 2014?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yes. So we
So
are.
We
this,
really
we are
are.
currently in
So
our second
this
year.
last
That
year,
makes sense.
Right.
we operated kind of as a half with Optimus Youth still, and then half with ourselves. But what
Right.
happened as of our date of approval is it went
We're
back
our
to
own
the day
entity.
that we started as a business.
And
Do we
this-
want that to be our fiscal year, April to April?
No, I think that because we still were a low volume financial
Right.
financially last year, that this year we need to probably just keep it simple. I think we go from
January to
December-
January.
yeah,
Or December to
from-
January.
and make sure that at this point moving forward that everything matches up on a monthly basis. I mean, the beauty is that we don't have expenses that aren't documented.
It's pretty
We
simple.
don't have overhead for anyone that operates any part of the charity because of Chris's position as the booker and
Right.
at Herman's. It's really just the same. It's just the same template. Hey, this is how much it costs to have the venue for our event, and this is how much the event raised. This is where it goes, and then the checkbook and the bank account have done an adequate job of keeping track of where we've paid out bands and what other charities we've donated to. So, I think for the purpose of establishing a routine, you know, we can do an annual report from April to April, and like have it be, this is our first year of operation, and then starting next year, we'll just go January to January
To December. Okay.
And
Right. So-
the template is very, very simple, and you know, it's just about being transparent, and we don't have any problems with that. So
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
Before we get into some serious matters, like donations have been piling up. Like we've had a lot of donations.
Oh, instruments?
Yeah, if you look at the bin,
Yeah.
there's like 4 guitars in the bin. The oboe is still
That's
in there.
great.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's cool.
And didn't we
Well, I
get a
want to deal with the
computer, too?
oboe.
We have a computer, and I pulled it out of the box today. It's been sitting around for like 2 weeks. Want to thank my guy at Decibel Garden, Silas, for making that happen. He brought that down here. I figured we could look at it. Maybe it's something that we use for the Mile High Scenesters quarterly event. Maybe I don't know. I'm
Well, you know,
open-minded.
there's also the, and I don't have the agenda in front of me.
I'm
here,
getting
but,
it right now.
You know, my piece to add on was to just start planting the seeds for the singer-songwriter program to go to another level, and you know, I've developed this mobile studio that fits inside a small suitcase.
Oh, right.
And,
Right.
Yeah.
and it's pretty sweet.
That'd be very
And,
cool.
You know, if we, I don't know, there may be some overlap with that computer in regard to getting a program established here in Herman's.
Yeah.
In the World Viral Studio, you know, that could be, I don't know, incentive based, or, you know, with the connections that we have with DPS. I've got the suitcase. I was gonna bring it today, but I ended up, it's all set up, and I was using it on some.
Yeah, I'm excited to get
things
pitched
at
on
home.
that. We could, since we're archiving a bunch of stuff, I could see it getting put to good use. You know, as long as it is getting put to use for its intended purpose of youth music.
Right. I mean, it
I'm
would
cool
be-
with whatever. You know,
That would be from a standpoint of, if it was a laptop, I would advocate for it for this part of the program, for this new program.
Yeah.
Because it would be very mobile, you know, and very easy to move around. But with it being the stationary computer, I would have to take a look at it and see, because if not, then we can incentivize it. Maybe we can get someone to donate some software.
Yeah.
And we can give it as a prize, and you know, to a band as, hey, this is a Logic ready, or this is a Studio One ready iMac, and
I like that
you've got
idea.
software
Oh.
and you know what I
Yeah.
mean. So there's, I mean, if the Scenesters is
Options.
going to produce music with kids, we can also purchase Logic for $199, and we get 5 computers to
Oh, cool.
authorize it on. So,
no
Wow.
kidding.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, those are definitely piling up. Even Texas Hippie Coalition donated a bass through
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Chad.
that's right.
No way.
No, it's nice.
Hey, when are they back in
Really?
town? It'd
They're
be
like-
kind
they
of cool to
live here
figure
now.
out some way to connect giving away
Yeah,
that
they-
bass to when they're in town again.
Yeah.
To have them here would be cool.
That's
what I
They
mean.
showed up. Those guys just showed up randomly at one of our events.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
on the Scenesters show. That was
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah.
It was
That was
cool for
an
us.
unexpected
The kids were
treat.
like, "Who are these guys?"
But I think them seeing that is what kind of made it easy for them to make that move. You know, it's like a $1,200 bass. It's sick, dude. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we have that as a potential prize. I think is what a good thing maybe for the late
Yeah.
summer event, like
Well, you know, maybe we make sure that, yeah, if it's that nice, we can also
it's nice.
potentially reach out to some of the people that we know in the community to get some autographs on it, or
Yeah.
to, you know, do something to make it a bit more of a. I mean, giving a $1,200 bass to an 8th grader who's learning how to play bass is, I'm fine with
pretty-
it, right?
yeah.
But like, I've never paid that much for an instrument. I've been playing music for a long time. You know?
Well, it's a special thing. I think it needs a special.
Yeah, we'd have to do something
Yeah.
unique for that one, more than just the raffle prize or some. We got to come up with something different. Hey, where's
I
the
agree.
agenda?
I can resend it to you.
You sent it on email?
I sent it through the Facebook thread.
Oh, okay. Then sorry, I'm not in the wrong place. I was looking in the documents for some ridiculous reason.
It's on that new thread at the top.
Got
Maybe
it.
it would be there.
All right.
So,
getting there.
yeah, I mean, before we move on with the instruments, I liked the idea of the story behind the instrument. I know that we initially plan on doing something with the oboe,
Yeah.
you know, the story behind the oboe, and that's a unique instrument. So, like, maybe that's why that hasn't necessarily moved. We could just
Well-
give that to DPS too, but I know there's
Well-
special instruments. I think need special destinations. I guess.
I
You
think
know?
you're right. I think you're right.
Well, and then there, thinks that there are some instruments that we just know where they went and where they, like to know their story too.
Right.
Even if it wasn't, remarkable in some way. So
Right.
I'm trying to get some information about a guitar we gave away.
And maybe what we need to do is, since we're kind of relaunching a few things and rejuvenating our program and our public appearance, maybe we throw it out there, like calling, let us know who's in need, where we can take some of this stuff, because squeaky wheels get the oil, pretty much in anything.
Absolutely.
From my experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yes, that is absolutely true.
So also from last week's minutes, the Crisis Center did get our $500 donation that we made on the Blush Band's behalf from winning our thing.
They sent a thank you note, didn't they?
Cool.
Was that the thank you note we got?
Yep. So I have that for our records.
Okay.
So I think record keeping with the finances, obviously we touched on that. That's something that Will and Liz moving forward,
when you get back from Grand Junction next week, we can
I will.
get everything. We'll create an easy.
I'm going to be down here doing classes for 4 days before I go back to get them. So maybe we can figure out a way to have lunch or something.
Yeah. No, that's just not too difficult. I mean,
It's
we've-
just the
we've already
time.
Well, we've already done a really good job.
Yeah.
So now it's just a matter of
Just
transferring the
Filling in the blanks.
Yeah. So
The information.
I just need to, and I've got a lot. I mean, I'm catching
and
up on
I'll
so
create
many
all the
things. It's
templates for
amazing.
it's cut and paste essentially. We do our updates. We have our regular meetings. It's not like we have to reverse engineer this big production. It's basically just saying chronologically, this is what we've done this year. This is what we've done in the last 12 months, and we're going to put this here and put this there, and make sure that the instrument donations get categorized properly. I mean,
That's
I
the
think-
part I don't have. Like, I
Right,
don't
and
know
Chris
how to.
has the
I have
forms.
just the money. That's all I've
Right.
got is the money. I don't have the instrument donation stuff at all.
I have been
That's-
collecting forms.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we have a fair market value that we attach on top of the money. And really that goes to show our donor base that not only are we collecting financial donations and operating this charity through that way, but we also have people donating tangible goods. And so if we're looking at being, a lot of charities operate within certain ratios of how much it costs to run their programs and how much they are able to give, and we've very much so operated with a very high ratio of giving to how much it costs to run, and actually the instrument donations will increase that ratio because we tack on the value of those to our financials in regard to straight cash, and those are our assets, and anytime we donate an instrument, we're also donating the fair market value of that instrument from a financial standpoint.
When we make a donation, like we did to to other entities, do we have to have some special paperwork, or is our check enough to say we gave $500 to the Women's Crisis Center?
Yeah,
do
I
we
mean-
need to have a
they
thing
give
from them that says
They should give us,
Like a tax.
their
Receipt
own
kind of
tax ID receipt,
Yeah.
and we can request that. I mean,
Okay.
when it comes to the $100.
Now, I sent
donations-
letters, well, not to that one because I gave it to them, but the others I sent letters that said, this donation is for you from these people. Is that enough documentation?
Yeah, I mean,
if they ever come looking?
The $100 donations are small donations.
Yeah.
Remember, we're a 501c3 approved entity in itself. So because we allowed the kid bands to choose the cause that they wanted to donate to in our last show, that already is within our tax exempt purpose. So us writing that check is a part of our program, which is already approved as 501c3, which is already an approved program. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So our IRS purpose is to provide the youth a platform for music and expression and all the things that go along with it. So this was a prize in a contest, and every band got to partake in that prize. So us writing that check is taken back to being a part of the contest that the kids were involved in.
Right.
So it's still important for us to get receipts when we can, and still important for us to do all those things. But when it comes to us, I guess, maintaining the bare minimum of accountability, it's a record that the check actually went where it was supposed to be.
Oh, that's true.
And then anything from there on, hey, cool, let's do it. Let's try to maintain as high a level of transparency as possible. But so long as we know that that check was cashed by
The person we
entity,
wanted it to be cashed by. Okay.
then we'll be good to go.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, do you guys mind if I tend to Kale's needs real quick? I feel like documenting the first half of our meeting was cool. You know, this is a good experiment. You know, I know we have a couple other things to talk about, some exciting things. If somebody did watch this, thank you very much for watching it. We love what we do. We got a bunch of exciting things to announce and some more stuff to talk about. But we're gonna take a little break. So, Mile High Scenesters, half of our board meeting, you know,
Woohoo.
publicly displayed.
So exciting.
Rock and roll. All right. Thanks for watching.